talk about Scorpio rising is. So the rising sign is going to give you insight on your personality. It's your first impressions, and it's all about like the very beginnings of your life, and it is also the beginning of your birth chart. So when you look at your birth chart, you have 12 houses, and those houses are determined based on your rising sign. So in this video, I'm going to go over the first house, which is the rising house, the fourth house, which is the house of home, everything having to do with your upbringing. I'm going to go over the seventh house, which is the house of relationships, so anything having to do with how you relate to people, and then as well as the 10th house, which is the house of career. Rising sign is all about like your life experiences, and so based on your rising sign, it will tell you like what your life experiences will be like. So let's get right into it. Scorpio, so you guys are extremely intense and passionate. It's probably like something that you guys hear all the time. If you looked up your rising sign before, it's all about intensity and passion, because Scorpio is all about intensity and passion. So the rising sign is about your first impressions, so how you appear to be to others based on just them first getting to know you. For Scorpio rising, you have all this intense and passionate and like almost overwhelming energy on the inside, but on the outside you usually are very calm and collected, and you don't express like this intensity that you have inside. So people first meet you, you give off like this very calm or very collected, like more harder appearance that's hiding all of this like extremely emotional and like extreme person on the inside. So you're never that person that wants to like have mundane conversations. You really like to get to the bottom of things, and you don't want like mundane relationships. You want something pure, and you want something intense and passionate. You're either all in or you're all out. So that with this rising sign, it's all about the eyes for you, and your eyes are extremely piercing. They're just so, oh my gosh, I love Scorpio risings are the most sexiest sign, like for real. Even if you're not good looking, it's like you have like this magnetism to you, like people are drawn to you, and it's mostly because of those intense eyes. Like when you look at someone, it's like you're like piercing through their soul. It's so, oh my god, like I think about Megan Fox. Megan Fox is so beautiful. Like oh, I can't even comprehend it. Like she's just so beautiful. Like her eyes are extremely intense. It's just her eyes. Like what's the type of person that you give off this vibe that is like like it's like kind of a mysterious vibe, because Scorpio is very mysterious, is very secretive. You're definitely not that type of person to be giving your business to everybody. You like to keep things more hidden. I'm a Scorpio sun, so I definitely identify with this. I don't like giving everybody my business. Like I hate when people go and tell people my business, because I just don't do that. I don't do that with anybody else's business. I don't want them to do my business. So that's exactly what Scorpio rising. Like you guys don't really go around telling everybody your business. You're very secretive. You're like very low key, if you say. And you have this mysterious aura around you, and this is what draws people in, because every time I'm like, oh my gosh, what is with this person? Like I really want to talk to this person. I want to know more about this person. So that's our early life and how we came into the earth. So so like the very beginnings of your life, so that includes your birth. So when you were born, Scorpio, it was a very intense time. Usually a lot of Scorpio risings have early deaths in their family. Like maybe you were born right when somebody had passed away, so everyone's emotion is really high. There's just very intense emotional state around. So it's like it's almost hard to like bring in a baby at this time, like so like things were really overwhelming, emotions were really overwhelming, and so even when you were born, like being born was probably dangerous or very scary for you, because maybe your mom got really sick while she was giving birth to you, so you guys are both maybe like on the verge of death, or maybe just your family, like your mom and dad, really weren't having, like they didn't have like the best relationship. So having a kid at this time kind of brought more like overwhelming turbulence into your life, into your family's life. And your life path, pretty much the story of your life, is going to be one of transformation. And this is to do with the planet Pluto and Mars, because these are your ruling planets. The story is one of overcoming situations like that Mars energy, like warrior, kind of being that fighter throughout life. And Pluto is transforming. It's all about transformation. So if you look back a couple of years in your life, you probably think of yourself as a very completely different person. This is basically your life path, and the story of your life is of one who is constantly being transformed and has to go through death. Just like, you know how when you look back in life and you're like, oh, okay, well, I had this chapter, like high school chapter, or I had, you know, middle school chapter, or, you know, when I got my first job. Like, these are different chapters in your life. So for Scorpio rising, like, all these chapters are very like intense, transformative. Like, you really have, every time you really had to like get emotionally stronger, and that's basically what you're here to do, is just to go through a bunch of intense and transformational events, so then at the end of the day you could come out stronger. So now we're gonna get into the 4th house, and the 4th house in astrology is all about your home life, your house, your family situation growing up, and your upbringing. So with Scorpio rising, your 4th house is in Aquarius. So with the 4th house in Aquarius, your home life, like growing up, you probably didn't really feel like you belonged in your family. Like, there was sort of like a disconnection between your family members. Like, you kind of felt like you weren't a part of them. So in your life growing up, you may have felt like you never really were able to settle down in your home life. You kind of felt like you had to detach. You kind of felt detached from your family members, like the people in your family. Like, it wasn't really like a conventional family, like you would say. Like, the 4th house is all about your personal, like, private life, and like how you are behind closed doors. So I feel like behind closed doors, you're a very weird person. Like, you're very strange. But it's not just about being weird, it's also about being unique, and about being different, and about being a genius. Like, I definitely think that Aquarius is the most genius sign out of all of the zodiac. It is an innovator. It's unique, and you get this because in your life, because in your family, because you were so disconnected from your family members, you had to go and be alone and pretty much figure things out on your own. So you came up with your own ideas, you came up with your own way of living, your own way of looking at life, the own way of doing things. So it's almost like in your family, like, you're the one that's always doing something different from your family. That with this rising sign, it's really easy for you to judge your family members, because you may not agree with the way that they give you love. Like, you know, it's not the conventional way to love someone. So with your family members, you can really judge them, because we have to remember that everybody's different, and not everybody is gonna love you the same way, or the way that you want to, the way that you expect to. So a lot of times you can be the one that's more distant, and you could be the one even making the space between you guys even more, because you're judging the other person based on how, you know, based on how they're treating you, based on how they're giving you love. But you holding on to this, because Scorpio, we do not like to let things go. Like, we don't like to let things go. We're usually so like hold on to the past so much. So Aquarius is this sign that looks to the future. It's the sign that is all about innovation, about, you know, getting it's about the whole collective. So it's letting you know that you have to let things go. You have to be able to let the past go and look towards the future for your family. Your risings, you're better, like, you're more prone to having a family with your friends, again, usually with a bunch of misfits or people who are weird. Yeah, I definitely see this, that a lot of Scorpio risings have more of a family relationship with their friends. Like, you're able to like really compile like a bunch of misfits and then be friends. And this is really healing for you, because then you're able to really talk through your problems with your friends yourself, and they are mostly and they are able to understand you because most of the time they have gone through the same similar things that you have. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the 7th house, which is the house of relationships. It's how we relate to people, places, and things, and also how we treat people. How you guys have the 7th house in Taurus. So this means that you're gonna attract a lot of people in your life that have Taurus type of influence in their chart, or heavy Venus influence. People all about harmony, all about beauty, and stubborn, because Taurus is definitely one of the most stubborn signs. You're gonna need these people that are all about enjoying life, because for you, you have like this turbulent life, this crazy up and down roller coaster dramatic life. You really need somebody who's gonna balance that out and just help you smell the roses, you know. So Taurus is, the symbol of Taurus is the bull, and they like to be relaxing, they like to enjoy their food, they drink their when you see like a bull drink water, it's really slow, it's like almost they're savoring every little taste. And that's the thing, you need these people that are gonna help you get out of this crazy life that you have and just help you be like, okay, let's go out and get our nails done, or let's go out and eat some great food, let's go and just chill at home, let's go just make some food, cook some food, let's enjoy life, let's go just have fun. Like, another thing that the 7th house is how you're forming relationships, so how your relationships are formed. So with Taurus here, Taurus is a very slow moving sign. Like, they like to take their time with things, they're not about rushing, and you know, it's not like that. It's about taking your time, easy, steady pace. Your relationships itself, forming your relationships, are slower. And this is also because Scorpio in general, you kind of have trust issues. Like, you don't trust everyone, you don't give everybody your business, you're not this person that, so your relationships, because you have your 7th house in Taurus, your relationships are slower forms. Like, it takes some time for you to get to know you, it takes some time to form the relationships. So there's like the sort of steadiness and carefulness when you come into relationships, because again, you don't trust everybody, it's hard for you to like take that shell down, you know. So another thing is that you guys also are very resistant to change, because Taurus is they don't really like change. Taurus likes to sit down and be, you know, they don't like to change a lot of things. So they're not really good with change. Like so in your relationships, you may not really like change. Again, you spend so much time and effort to build this relationship. It takes you already so long to build relationships. So when you finally do, and now you have to let this person go, it's hard for you to do. You don't want to do that. You put all your effort, time, money, like you put all of that into this relationship, and now you have to let this person go. Yourself, you're not someone to put half effort into something. If you put effort into something, you put all of your effort into it, especially relationships. So stubbornness in people can also be a problem, because then this person can be so stubborn that they don't even acknowledge you. Like, they can be so stubborn that no matter what, like, it's only about them. You know, they have to love you enough and appreciate you enough to at least compromise. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the 10th house, and the 10th house is all about career, all about status, how we build ourselves to get to, you know, our reputation, all of that. So for Scorpio, your 10th house is in Leo. So you guys definitely want to be the center of attention in your career. Like, you guys want to be seen in your career. So, Leo is represented by the lion. And what is the lion? The lion is the king of the jungle. So you want to be the king or queen of your career. You want to be seen. You want everyone to know what you bought. Any Scorpio risings are natural performers. You guys excel in things having to do for performance. So either with, you know, acting, singing, dancing, being on stage, anything that has to do with performing. As you guys have so much intensity within you, being able to take out this intensity through any type of art is going to be super beneficial for you guys. Yeah, work as somebody in the back. You want to be seen. You want to be credited. You guys are very creative. You guys have a lot of creative energy within you, so definitely take that to your advantage and use that to put into the artwork that you want, any type of performing thing. And it's so funny because you guys literally are destined to be some type of performer, some type of boss, some type of leader, but a lot of you guys just want to be in the back. Like, you guys don't want to be seen. It's like you guys have this dream of being like this you know, leader, being this person, but then you guys hide a lot. You guys don't want to put yourself out there. So your 10th house is all about how you build your way up to that mountain. So this is hard. Going up that mountain is hard. So for everyone's 10th house, it's going to be hard for you to achieve these things. This is so for you, in order for you to achieve something, to build your brand, or for you to build your empire or whatever, you guys have to put yourself out there. Who cares what people think? Who cares? Like, who cares? That does not matter. People always are going to talk. People are always going to criticize you. You have to put yourself out there. It's being vulnerable, basically. I'm a Scorpio myself, so being vulnerable is like, you don't want to be vulnerable. You don't want to put all your emotions out there. You know, it's hard. That stuff is hard for us to do. But as a Scorpio rising, if you are going to stand out no matter where you go. This is the intense energy that you have. You have this amazing intense energy. No matter where you are, without you trying, you're gonna be seen. It's like you stand out. So use that to your advantage. Don't hide behind the curtain. Like, get outside, go to open mics, go to acting, you know, go to acting auditions, whatever it is. Like, you know, speak up to your boss, ask for that position. Like, you have to put yourself out there, because if you don't, nobody's gonna know. You're like this very secretive, mysterious person. Nobody knows what's really going inside of you. You know, nobody knows. I could be able to get out of your comfort zone and be vulnerable and be willing to put yourself out there. That is literally like the key to your success, because wherever you go, you're gonna immute this intense, mysterious, like almost like, oh, what is this type of energy? And because you have Leo in your 10th house, you're literally, again, you're destined to be in a leadership position. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Comment down below if you're a Scorpio rising and if you identify with any of the things that I said. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Bye.